And on the big story, we're taking a look at the opposition parties in Nigeria and how they are tightening all loose ends as we gear up for the 2027 election. If you are not getting set for the election, possibly you are still far behind, because electioneering, INEC, parties, the opposition, the leading party, Nigerians are gearing up for 2027. But let's walk you through something interesting this morning. The Tanumu Turaki-led National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party on Wednesday confirmed to Nigerians the commencement of a fresh process aimed at uniting aggrieved factions within the political party PDP. In the last 1 year, the People's Democratic Party have been bedeviled with internal crisis that has jeopardized the quality of persons they currently have within the party. We've seen a massive wave of defections from the People's Democratic Party to the APC. But yesterday, the faction loyal to the PDP governors, led by the chairman Tanumu Turaki SAN, told Nigerians that they are ready to break the ice with the other faction of the People's Democratic Party. Let's take a listen to Tanumu Turaki this morning.
Local gesture, what we have witnessed instead is the weaponization of hurtful rhetoric and the issuance of derogatory statements. That notwithstanding, we remain mindful of the far-reaching implications of this dispute, particularly within the tight timelines of the extant Electoral Act. We therefore call on the leadership of the other group to act in the overall interest of our numerous party members who look up to our platform to pursue respective elective aspirations. I can unequivocally confirm that as of today, leaders on both sides have broken the ice and are exploring various pathways towards a lasting resolution of this very, very sad impasse. We urge our supporters across the board to immediately de-escalate high-tempered communications and actions so as not to jeopardize the ongoing peace efforts. To all aspirants who have stood with us this far, we assure you that by the grace of God, our party will field candidates for all elective offices in compliance with Article 6, Paragraph 2 of the Constitution of the PDP as amended in 2017.
Well, that is Tanumu Turaki's side letting us know what is currently happening. But then, Nyesom Wike has said there is no faction, there is no split in the PDP. We're going to know why he actually said that. Now, away from the PDP to the ADC, there's still much conversation around where the ADC will zone the presidential ticket to and who will flag the party in the 2027 election. The likes of Atiku is in the mix. The likes of Amechi is in the mix. The likes of El-Rufai, even though he's been embraced with storms on all sides, from the EFCC to the DSS to the ICPC, he's still part of the coalition that want to unseat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And then there is a certain Peter Obi also in the mix. But one of the major things that happened this week was a massive turnout for Mr. Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso in Kano State. And during that visit, Mr. Peter Obi was accompanied by Seriake Dixon, that's a former Bayelsa State governor. Also was also present was Sheyi Makinde of the People's Democratic Party, where they paid a visit to Kwankwaso. Let's take a view at what transpired during the elaborate welcome that the Kano State people gave Mr. Peter B and Kwankwaso during this visit. Well, even we over here, we could feel the ambience of that loud cheers from the Kwankwaso movement supporters. But then, a lot of political observers have said that visit to Kano State could be strategic for Mr. Peter Obi as he continues to front himself to flag the party's presidential ticket in 2027. And that is on one side. Another chieftain of the ADC by the name Dele Momodu has said that his preferred candidate is Atiku Abubakar and that the ADC should zone the ticket to the south to the north, because that is where a lot of people are aggrieved. That is where they are disgruntled. That is where they are pained about the administration of President Bola Tinubu. And he said he is a supporter of Atiku Abubakar. He even referenced a lot of old political office holders in Africa who still hold sway in political offices. But let's take a listen to Dele Momodu this morning.
Not where I'm going now. Where I'm going now is that in matters of strategy, ADC must go to a part of the country where they are most disgruntled against the APC. The people who worked for Tinubu to become president were partly the Buhari gang. Today, they are angry. They are disappointed that they've been abandoned. Nasiru El-Rufai is languishing somewhere in detention. Malami is being harassed up and down. So that team is waiting for ADC to capture. So when you go in that direction, you have Atiku, you have Tambuwa, you have El-Rufai, you have others. Let ADC go all out to capture. If you pick Atiku, it comes from the northeast, where APC currently has the vice president. APC has the vice president from the northeast. But I'm sure the northeast, which is a major catchment area, will be very happy to have a president for the first time, maybe since we had a prime minister from that region.
So, where should the ADC zone the presidential ticket to? And what will happen if certain egos within the ADC are not satisfied when they eventually unveil their plans for 2027? Samson and Ifoma, let's look at this. Whether we like it or not, this is a major issue. PDP on one hand, they are beginning to take shape gradually, even though it's just stage one. ADC, they have successfully gathered people, but in that gathering, the potential for it to scatter is so high.
They haven't properly mobilized.
Good.
Why does it
So let's start from you, Ifoma. where do you think the ADC should zone to?
You know, I totally, my opinion, I totally disagree with Dele Mahmood about zoning it to the north because of the agreed persons. Who isn't agreed in Nigeria?
Exactly.
Who isn't? Tell me, the region. I mean, the whole country is in a state where people are beginning to wonder if we actually have a government due to what is going on, what they are feeling. So when you talk about aggrieved, in what sense? If he had broken it to points where the northerners are aggrieved in so part, these people, you know, mentioning the needs of the people. And if you start making it based on people who are more aggrieved because of particular thing, whom every Nigerian have the, you know, this likeness for, whom they listen to, who let that person be their face. All right. So zoning, yes, is going to, you know, do them a lot of favor, but I think internally they should put their house together. They should be speaking with one voice. They shouldn't be, because I don't know. I mean, we are Nigerians. We know what is going on. Dele Mahmood sounded like we are already taking part. This is who we are supporting.
Yeah, right.
He should be speaking as as a member of a party, not individually. I support this person. Such things brings discord. All right. So for me, they should go back to their drawing desk. Who is it that when we front this person, regardless of where the person is coming from, zone is beautiful, but zone is there, and this is why we are using this person. I mean, there's no time.
Yes, there's definitely no time at all.
See, from a very long time, I've been saying the ADC's solution lies in Peter Obi.
Straight up.
Don't even hide it. I've been saying it.
Okay.
Peter Obi has a wider base. Forget about Atiku. Forget about Amechi. These people's base is too localized. Do you understand? Dele Mahmood, like if he pointed out correctly, is looking at the whole thing with a narrow frame. Within a narrow frame.
But there's a population in the north as well.
Of course, but see, the fact that El Rufai seems to be persecuted, the fact that Malami seems to be persecuted, it doesn't count for the northerners as much as it may seem to Mamadou. Malami is from Kebbi State. Am I right or wrong? El Rufai is from Kaduna State. These guys are all even they are northwest. But have we forgotten about the northeast? Northeast has its own challenges. There is insecurity beating those people up and down. Do you understand? Even the northwest has its own challenge of insecurity. So it goes for these people now. It goes beyond what an individual northerner is experiencing, maybe as a form of persecution. See, was not recently when during the Give Them Rice instances when a lot of these northerners were returning back rice from politicians under the APC, and they were saying wait till the election comes. Do you understand? So the northerners are showing that it goes beyond the individual right now. It is a matter of how these things affect them personally or collectively as northerners. Now the thing is this: looking beyond Peter Obi as the individual, I would say the ADC should give the ticket to a southerner, particularly to a southeast person. And who we're talking about, if we want to zoom into a southeastern person, Peter Obi. You
don't seem to hide your preference for Mr. Peter Obi, Samson.
I don't. It's not about preference. It's not about preference. It's all about what works for the ADC.
And are you sure? Are we sure that it works for ADC? Because it might work for people who support Peter Obi. But what about others in the party who will feel like Mr. Peter Obi is in this party now, and we should just give him the ticket?
Now, see, if we want to even go by zoning, look at the North has had their chances in leading this country many times, I would say already, Tawi Yaradua, it by chance fell to Goodluck from the South. And then it went back up to Buhari. And now, presently, what we're having right now is one arrangement that now favors the West, rather, because Tinubu is in charge. And then
but Tinubu is also a Muslim as well.
He's even still a Muslim. But then the thing also again is, even his vice is a northerner.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So the dynamics has favored the north for too long. And to an extent now it has favored the West. To an extent. Now, we should be fair because Nigerian politics runs by zoning, even at state level, even at local government level. Do you understand? So in all fairness, first of all, it should go to the southeast. Do you understand? If it's that alone. Because if the ADC fails to give somebody from the south this position, they are giving Tinubu an easy ride. Because see, people in the south, he's just going to get a very simple ride. He'll just capture the votes from the south. From the south. Because as it stands right now, I would say the southerners are looking for an option. They are looking for an option, and if they cannot find the option in somebody whom they actually prefer, well, they'd be forced to just give it to the next available option.
You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of now, Labour Party have zoned to the south.
To the south, unequivocally.
For me, that is a trap in waiting.
Okay.
We don't know where the PDP will zone to, but there's a possibility that they're going to zone it to the south, not to the north. Because if they zone it to the north, within the People's Democratic Party right now, I don't know who is that strong hand that can actually pull weight. So the possibility of them zoning it to the south is like 60 over 100. And then the possibility of zoning to the north is 40%. So if we look at the south now, they have someone like Makinde in the south. I don't know. In politics, nothing is impossible. Wike is from the south, right? Who else is in that party? Bala Mohammed. There are talks that Bala Mohammed wants to defect to the APC, even though he has come out to debunk that he's not defecting to the APC. But you never can tell the true intentions.
We've had so many people who
Daud Alao said the same thing. The next week he jumped ship.
But the point here is, when you look at what majority of Nigerians want, Nigerians want a fresh perspective.
You know, Prince, I wanted to come in from the angle of the founding vision of ADC because of the question you asked about if something was, saying it based on the likeness people have for P2B or, Now, do not forget that ADC is a political party that, was created for the, they have the people in mind.
Do they really have that? That's questionable.
Hold on.
That's questionable. You can't speak for them.
No, based off of what they declared.
No, it has always been like that in the history of Nigeria, where before election they tell us that we want to work for the people.
I agree with you. But, I want to tilt it towards Peter Obi being that person that, wherever he goes, people want to listen to what he has to say. And now he belongs to that political party, that is the ADC. I think it's even more of what is going to benefit that political party. It is not his fault that he has gotten that attention from the people, right? But then there's this adage that whoever that holds the palm front, that's who the goat follows. People like him, you wouldn't steal that from him, and now he belongs to a political party. Whatever it is that is the icing on the cake about him as a person, he takes it to his political party. We are talking about APC strategic whatever. Have you paused to think if P2B belongs to APC? Are people going to say, because people like him and all that? APC are going to use to the last whatever that comes to P2B, right, to make their intentions succeed. So I think ADC as a political party, nobody should even... Dele Momodu and other people that have not even spoken, they might be acting it out, that are trying to zone it to the north. It's only fair that this zoning goes to the south, because over time, that has been the crying of the people. Even some of these northern region, and they have been suggesting, can we give a try? You know, I mean, he even pointed it out southeast, but south is south, regardless.
Because it has always been either the north or the south.
Or the west.
Or the west, rather.
Yes.
Yeah.
So south is south. Now it's no longer, it's not even about southeast. Let them zone it to the south. Bringing up issues, like I said earlier, everybody is aggrieved in Nigeria. Tell me one person who is enjoying what is going on.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Is it really
So
true?
it has
Everyone is
to,
aggrieved?
well,
Aren't you aggrieved? Hold on.
it-
Aren't you aggrieved?
Well, I'm aggrieved. I'm aggrieved, but you can't. We definitely, because there are still some APC supporters.
Anybody who is not
Like
aggrieved.
that woman that collected the rice and was almost laying calls on
She's
everyone.
aggrieved.
Forget it, man. Like,
She's aggrieved.
it's just at the spur of the moment that
She's
she-
hungry. She's aggrieved. Let
understand?
that rice finish and let us understand. If she's not aggrieved,
But you know, I'm beginning to think that the personality, Mr. Peter Obi, actually made a mistake. Because, see, there's one thing that is certain for Mr. Peter Obi right now, which is he has, you know, successfully gotten a lot of buy-in from Nigerians, like the electorate,
Yep.
Nigerians, the people that will go to the polls to vote. But then his decision to align with the same people he used certain words on before the 2023 election actually makes him, you know, his position right now difficult. Let's not rule that fact out. That Mr. Peter will be aligning with the ADC and with the likes of Atiku, with the likes of Amechi, with the likes of El Rufai, with the likes of David Mark and others, puts him in a tight position, because this is politics and no one is smiling. Everyone wants to be relevant when time for power comes. So Mr. Peter Obi is boxed. You know, he even said it with his own mouth, I think 2 weeks ago, that he doesn't know if he will get a ticket. And that is true. He doesn't know if he will get the ticket. So whether we like it or not, whether it's not in the face of it right now, but Mr. Peter Obi, in a certain way, he is boxed. But he wouldn't have been if he remained
in the Labour
in
Party.
the Labour Party.
And right now, I do feel, because it's kind of like the energy in the air seems like he's on the verge of jumping ship from the ADC to some other party. With him rubbing shoulders now with Kwankwaso, I would rather that, because Dati Ahmed, his former running mate, had said he can still come back to the Labour Party. And right now, the Labour Party seems to be... And right now, the Labour Party seems to be even more organized than the PDP.
Any other? Okay. I mean, I think
So
APC is leading.
Yeah, APC is leading, but it is more organized than the PDP right now.
Yeah.
I would prefer that Peter Obi falls back to the Labour Party.
What are the chances that if he falls back to the Labour Party, that there is an opening for him?
Well,
No, there will be an opening, but it will
be.
come at a cost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because there are some people who will still feel aggrieved. That's certain. They'll say, okay,
Right.
you left the
Robbed,
ADC. Yeah,
robbed.
you left the Labour Party.
Now
and
we
you are
put it together,
now
and
we
you
put
are
it
back.
together, you are back. So it will also strengthen the claims that some people believe that Mr. Peter Obi is just that person that wants a
Power by
ready-made
all
party, and
means.
then he just comes in and
that will also speak to you about, the likes of Atikus and the likes of David Mark, how much they who doesn't want power, please, if I may ask. But then we should be talking about the intention. What's your motive behind wanting this power, right? And we have seen it spelled out in people like Peter Obi that came out to keep on telling people, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I have done. Can other people who are so hungry and thirsty for this power come out and say, this is what I was able to do in the little power I was given? Praise and Samson, you will agree with me that most of these people, especially in ADC, that are looking for this power, might not come forward because, I mean, you know.
Well, not everyone wants to be president, but someone wants to be vice president, someone wants to be a minister.